Okay, we are on.
Does everybody come into the gallery?
Yes. Good. Got a second private chat. Okay. Good morning, travel partners. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me get it on. There it is. Good morning, travel partners. Did I see Diana? Hey, Diana and Jan. Good morning. Let us know where you are.
Should I be seeing people, Kelly?
No, just the chat.
Okay. Got it.
Can you see the chat? So, yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody could see you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining our regular coffee chat. And I hope some of you did get some coffee. Compliments Sheila of Jamaica Transport and Tours. So the barcode, and I know I got some questions. Does the barcode pay for the coffee? Yes, just use the barcode. Who is in South Africa? Diana, you're going to South Africa. Yay. Good morning, Sonia, Diana, Angie. So we have Virginia, we have Atlanta, soon South Africa. So soon somebody will be going to South Africa. How is the weather? Well, I know the weather in Atlanta. Hey, Sonia. Good morning, Sonia. So we have a special guest from Jamaica, Miss Sheila. Sheila Meyer. Sheila was a little bit nervous this morning. She was like, I'm not used to this technology. But this is a very this is a very informal chat. When she came on, she was like, this is easy. I'm like, yeah, it's very easy. And it's a very formal chat. It's with our travel partners. Hey, Mon. So we have Sonia from Alabama. Good morning, Louisa. So we have travel advisors from all over so far. We have Atlanta, we have Virginia, we have Alabama, we have Illinois. We couldn't get the coffee because you have to wait for the furnace guy. Okay, next week, Angie, I'll put it in earlier for you so you can get your coffee very early in the morning before. So good morning, Diane from Missouri. So we have travel advisors from all over so far. Ohio. So all the cold states are coming in because we are in Jamaica. Good morning, Michael from Miami, my trusty travel agent, because I have my own travel agent too that I do all my travels with. So good morning, all of you, and thank you for coming in this morning. So today we have Miss Sheila Myers of Jamaica Transport and Tours, and I know a lot of you do a lot of Jamaica travel, and I know you probably have somebody that you use, but it's always nice to know what else is out there. So Miss Sheila Myers with Jamaica Transport Tours is here. And Sheila works only with travel advisors, which is good, and she pays a commission. So good morning, Sheila, and welcome to our coffee chat. And again, thank you for the coffee this morning. I hope some of us got coffee from the barcode. But tell us a little bit about you, and then tell us about what your offerings in Jamaica to our travel advisors.
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. I feel honored to be here. And I don't have Starbucks because I'm in Jamaica, but I have Blue Mountain coffee. So
Blue Mountain, that's better.
It is better. I actually just moved to Jamaica to be here permanently a week ago Saturday, finally.
Okay.
It's been I've been going back and forth, and it's just gotten way too hard, and it was time, and now we're going to grow old together. So I'm sorry Chuck's not here, but he's out doing excursions today. A little bit about us. We have been in business about 23 years now, and we offer only private transportation. So your clients are the boss of the bus when we pick you up. starting with airport transfers, and we do island-wide excursions as well. It doesn't matter if it's to Portland, if it's to Kingston. And I feel like I'm a really good resource for somebody who has a client maybe, and they're going to be staying in Negril, that's where we are. But of course, everything starts in Montego Bay at the airport usually. If I'm advised of what resort they are at, and one of you needs some help on, give me a good idea of what they could do to fill a day, I feel like I'm pretty good at that, so that we don't put you in the bus and, for example, zip you to Duns River Falls, give you 45 minutes, tell you to get back on the bus and zip you back. We try really hard to make, somebody's home is in Jamaica, they say. We try really hard to fill the day if they, most people don't want to just zip there and zip back. And along the journey, we include a lot of culture, whether it's to stop and, pick a leaf off a tree and have the clients smell it and guess what it is. Nobody guesses, but it's, this huge tree that grows allspice. It's very interesting, just diving into the culture, making mini stops if somebody wants to stop and grab a drink or some jerk chicken or Burger King, believe it or not.
KFC.
They just have to tell KFC. There is a KFC too. They just tell the driver and they stop. And of course, our drivers know, different spots where people love, like a photo opportunity and such. I know that probably every tour operator out there says the same thing, but I think that I really mean it. Our focus is really developing the relationships, and staying in touch and being very responsive, because it's my full-time job right now. That's what I do. So if somebody messages me, they hear back from me pretty quickly. And if not, it's because I'm not in internet and haven't turned my phone on for the day. But typically, if I am out, I do find Wi-Fi to be able to connect somewhere, whether it's on the beach or such. And we work with a lot of travel agents. We don't only work with travel agents, but travel agents we love that audience, because typically, and I say typically lightly, your clients listen to you. And when I'm just dealing with somebody, in general, the general public, it's fine, but it takes a lot of back and forth before they, trust me. So I've started telling people it's no problem for me to have a phone conversation, because they can hear me and they can, a lot of people want to talk to me so they feel more comfortable, because I understand it. They're arriving in, a different country. How do they even know us, and who are you? And, are you even for real? And so that's worked well too, as well as I've done a few of these with agents, to expose the business and for you all to get to know me at least. I think also what has helped with our business is that people can reach me and they can talk to me and they can understand me. I don't know as that's offered with a lot of the tour companies. And I really pride ourselves on never rushing the clients. Like I've had a tour scheduled, for example, to Pelican Bar, which is a really unique, cool place in the middle of the ocean. It's about 2 hours away from Negril. But then I have to try to tell them, don't worry about the 2 hours. You're going to love it. You're going to stop, you're going to eat, you're going to drink, you're going to, whatever you want to do, stop for a swim, jump in. And they get to Pelican Bar and they say, we only want to stay a few hours. And then they get there and they say, we really want to stay until sunset now. And it's fine. We don't say it's going to be more money. We just say, no. He just says, no problem on. So it's not an issue. I know right now there's a lot of scare out there with the Jamaica state of emergency. And I get questions every day from the general public. You know, we're so nervous. We think we should cancel our trip. What is your feeling? And I'm just me, but I feel like to cut to the chase, my opinion is that the whole world should have a state of emergency, because my home in the States is in San Antonio, Texas. And I'm pretty sure that there's just as much crime there as there is here. And I also feel like the state of emergency for Jamaica, it's not because of people are the bad people are targeting tourists, but what it has allowed Jamaica to do is to increase their law enforcement and their military exposure with like checkpoints coming through. You know, they stop you, they might ask you to pull over and just check your van, check your people, check the passports, which hasn't happened to us in a very long time. But I have had a lot of people cancel who are traveling from Canada. I think Canada really put out a, you know, big post. If you are going to Jamaica, if you're planning to go to Jamaica, don't go. And when your clients are with us, we're never far from the people in the van. The driver doesn't take somebody, for example, to Rick's Cafe and in the grill and drop them off and come back in 4 hours and pick them up. They're always checking. They may not see him, but they're always checking, just because sometimes they might be saying, okay, time to go. And that's fine, but they can leave things in the van. He always watches them. If you're on a full day excursion, going to multiple places, you don't have to schlep along all your goods. Just take what you need and go, and everything's safe. That's something that we offer that I think is good. The driver is always around, especially even checking more so now, because, you know, I always make a note, like my clients, this client is very nervous about the state of emergency. So with our airport excursions, you know, I have some documents, and any of you who would like them for your Jamaica file, I can send them over, that our travel agents use. And they are like a transportation document, and that would be all information for flights, flight time, flight arrival, airline, full name, phone number, all the information, you know, that I need. And once that is filled out, after we've chatted and, you know, come to I've quoted you a price and you're good, then you just fill that document out, you send it back to me. And when I receive that, I know you want a reservation, and you go onto the calendar. And if people are not using Club Mobe, which I really encourage them to do, especially in high season right now, I have a document in that package that is a step-by-step instructions from when you get into the airport and go through immigrations, then go to baggage, then go to customs. Once you leave customs, what you do on your way out. You just, you know, you don't follow the people that are going to the resort buses. And I tell people to take a photo of it, have it in your pictures, and the driver will be outside with your name. And when they're traveling with Club Mobe knows us, so, you know, Club Mobe escorts you right out, so you really don't need the instructions. And what else? Let's see. Any questions so far?
No question. Somebody just asked for your information, but we'll share that. I had a question. So you said that you based in the grill. So does that mean that somebody in Ochi or Montego Bay can't utilize your services, or you all over Jamaica?
No, absolutely not. No, they can. We go anywhere. We have, for example, we have six jobs today. Two of them are like friends that are coming, but they're coming on different airlines and different flights. So they're staying in Montego Bay. So instead of, you know, the first group coming and having to wait for the second group, which is 2 hours later, We scoot them over to their resort, and then we come back and get the others. Same, we have another trip going today for 2 people to Ocho Rios, and that's what we do. You have to service everybody, or you wouldn't have a business. Like, from the airport to Ocho Rios is about almost 2 hours. The airport to Negril is about an hour and 15 minutes, but could be more getting out of Mobay with traffic. But the bottom line is we go anywhere.
Okay.
Anywhere, island-wide. We've even gone to Portland, Jamaica, Port Antonio, Jamaica, which is like 5 hours away. It's pricey. We don't do it often, but we would go, and we have gone many times. No, actually, we've thought about even maybe getting a small place in Montego Bay just for when your clients are all going to Montego Bay or Ocho Rios. It could be a stop-off point for us on the way back, and stay there and pick up the next bunch of people tomorrow. So anywhere you need to go, what to do on the island, it's fine. And I find that some travel agents who have never been to Jamaica, it does take a lot of work for you to figure out, like, all right, my clients are staying in the grill, they want to go to Dunn's River Falls. Just ask me, because from the grill to Dunn's River Falls, for example, is a journey, 3.5 hours, maybe a little longer. But if that's what they really want to see, I just try to stress to forget about the ride time, unless they're adamant that they don't want that, because we make it a fun day. It's not just sit on the bus for 3.5 hours, don't stop, don't get out, don't use a restroom. They just need to speak up or let us, take the wheel and stop when we think is appropriate, different places. Ask everybody if they're hungry, whatever. Find some real good, authentic Jamaican food, and they're happy.
And as you said, all of you do only private, so only private transfers that you do, only private. So all of your clients will get that private type of service. So for those coming in, we're speaking to Sheila Myers of Jamaica Transport Tours, and Jamaica Transport Tours, a private transportation service in Jamaica. She's based in the Grill, but you could utilize the service all over. You could go to jamaicatransporttours.com and also follow her on social media. It's the same for Facebook and I think Instagram.
I'm not really connected much with Instagram yet. The Facebook is where you're going to see lots of reviews. I think there's like 30 reviews on there, and I am very proud to say, because how people love to give a negative review, if they feel like it wasn't good, they're first ones jumping on. We have never had negative feedback or negative review ever in 23 years. And sometimes it makes me nervous. Yeah, I'm proud of that. And it does make me nervous if somebody has never been to Jamaica, thinking, oh my gosh, they don't understand the transportation, because it's crazy driving and it's nerve-wracking and there's really no rules of the road. So we just try to go easy. And, sometimes people say, my client gets car sick really easy. Last time they took the resort bus, she got sick, and we're hoping by going private, that will change. And it did. Actually, they're booked 2 more times coming up in February and in April. They're going to be utilizing us. The other thing I wanted to mention is,
so Diana is asking if you handle groups.
Yeah, I was actually just going to bring that up. We do.
Okay.
And one group that is a real memory for me, because I have to say it is the largest group that we handled so far. And it was with a travel agent, and it was her granddaughter who was getting married, and it was 102 people. And so clearly they were coming from all different parts of the United States, flying in. They flew in and they departed over 3 days coming in and 3 days going out. So a lot of organization, but it went so smooth. We have multiple size buses. We have everything from the large luxury bus, that holds 40 people, to 22 seater, 15 seaters, and the 5-passenger van, which I would say for an airport transfer, it'd be more like 4 passengers because of luggage. That went so well and really was good experience for me, and how I need to direct, how I need to work with an agent to make it smooth. And she sent me this whole list. I only asked for like one lead contact per group. So sometimes there would be 27 people coming in on a group. The next time there'd only be 2. So nobody had to sit around and wait. We had drivers, we had buses lined up, people greeting them, and off they went. And we just kept going back and forth, of course, to the same resort. And the same happened on the departures. So it went very well. Like next week, for example, we have a group of a bride tribe. And I've been working with her for months, and I never give up. I don't ever feel like somebody's a bother. I just keep working, keep responding, and we figure it out. Excuse me. And they have, there's 15 of them, and they're coming in, and they've hired us for the whole week. So we have days of every single day is booked out, and then they go back to their Airbnb, do a change of shower and a change of clothes, and then we take them out in the evening at their request for where they might want to eat dinner, or we would suggest, because I obviously have my dinner spots. I know a lot of them. Yeah, my favorites, where it's beautiful and the sun setting, and yeah. So groups are welcome, of course. Groups are great. Just as long as we work closely together,
Okay.
It's good.
Okay. So again, speaking with Sheila of Jamaica Transport Tours, private transfers to anywhere in Jamaica. And Jamaica Transport Tours was also the sponsor for coffee. And for those who was asking, I posted a barcode in the task group. You can just use that barcode at Starbucks. Please don't go to Dunkin' Donuts. Only at Starbucks for your coffee this morning. And it's on a first come, first serve. Once it's done, it's done. And we'll be posting coffee almost every Thursday for our coffee chat. But today, our sponsor was Sheila. Thank you so much, Sheila, for the coffee for all of our agents who's on our coffee chat this morning. So if you haven't had a chance to look at just look for the barcode in the task group, and you could just go to Starbucks and pay your coffee with that barcode if there is still funds on it. And that's how it's done. So if you have any questions for Sheila, again, JamaicaTransportTours.com. I have it on the tickler. This is her website, and the same for her Facebook group. So if you can go like her Facebook page, and then you can contact her via Facebook as well. Do you have a telephone number as well, or an email address? Somebody was asking for your email address.
Yeah, I'm not seeing how I write that in the chat.
I could write it for you. What is it? I remember it's info.
It's info@JamaicaTransportTours.com.
Okay,
and
so I just
phone
posted.
number is, I see it. My phone number is 210-279-1704. And it's best to text me. I quite haven't figured out my US phone yet here. If I'm getting, I know I'm not getting voicemail, so I need to get that checked out. But one thing I neglected to say is, once somebody has a reservation, of course, it has a spot for the travel agent to put their name in there. But once somebody has a reservation, I always follow up like 48 hours prior to the departure from home to Jamaica, especially right now with the airlines and airports and chaos. I always sometimes I even reach out a couple weeks if they booked way out in advance and just checking in. It's almost time to go. Are the flights still the same? I will copy and paste the reservation into the email. They will write back and say yes, as well as I try to immediately send them a text message because it's been very helpful for people. I ask them to save my number and to, if they can remember, great. If they can't, it's okay. I love it when they will text me and let me know we're departing on time, because if somebody's going to arrive at 2:00, we like to have our drivers at the airport by 1, even though they might not get out until 3:30. With Club Mobay, they'd probably be out by 2:45. It's just helpful to not send somebody down. Of course, if there's a second leg, you never know what's going to happen with that. I do try to track it myself to keep the drivers apprised of what's happening, and just know that it doesn't matter if their flight is 4 hours delayed and the driver is sitting there. He's not going to move. He may go to the seaside for a bit, for a break, but he will be back. The driver will be there when you arrive. We don't, excuse me, we don't typically double book a driver. We don't have, Bob picking up at 2:00, and we know that we can get the guest to Rio Reggae by 3 and then go pick somebody else up at 3:15. We would have 2 separate drivers for that, because it's just, anything can happen and we don't want somebody stuck.
Okay.
Yes, I am on WhatsApp. It's asking me. Yes.
And I always tell travel advisors, once you are set in the Caribbean, you must have WhatsApp, because we live on WhatsApp. I called my my friend last week, and I called her on WhatsApp. She said, "Kelly, I live just down the road. I use WhatsApp for everyone I call."
Yeah.
So
WhatsApp
yes, once you utilize Caribbean services, WhatsApp is one of the best ways to contact. You could do, I do site inspections with WhatsApp with some of my hotels in St. Lucia in the Caribbean, because it's just, everybody has it. It's easy. It's inexpensive as well. So if you want WhatsApp, please, if you have not been using WhatsApp, you need to go and download WhatsApp. And
because we have people obviously coming in from all over the world. So, even if they're coming from we have a lot of UK travelers. They're coming from the UK. It's great because they don't feel like they're hanging out there, not able to reach me. I get their number added right in. I create the contact. I send them a text so that we're connected, and hopefully they save it, and it's good.
Okay, so before we go, Sheila, let our agents know about commission and how commission is paid and all of that stuff.
Oh, the most important piece.
I know.
So we do pay commission. Yes, we do pay commission, and we pay it directly to you. If you have somebody coming in today, it's 10% commission. And sometimes I feel like, oh, maybe that's not enough, but we haven't upped our rates, even though the gas prices are like $6 to $7 a gallon. We've kept our rates. So I can't do any more than 10, but it adds up when you keep using us. So if something is $300 for the day, an excursion, as soon as the excursion is done, I like to say that day I send you the money, but I like to give myself a little leeway and say within 24 hours, you will have it directly to you. And I send it via Zelle, Venmo, or PayPal. I know that like UK agents and such don't have those platforms, but that's what I do. I have not gotten into credit cards yet. I was going to, but I haven't felt the need in 23 years. I know we're in 2023 now, but I don't like adding the fees. Those fees add up, which I would
Yeah,
have to
they
pass
do
on to you.
to
Yeah.
somebody. Mhm.
So far, yeah, I think I've had one person this whole year, general public traveling to Jamaica, who didn't hire us because we didn't take credit cards. And that's okay. And it makes me feel like, oh, should I just do this? But I really hasn't. Most people pay cash. You also have the option, your clients have the option, and it's on the form, like for airport transfers or excursions, how they want to pay. If they want to pay in advance, which I have many travel agents that like to pay, because I don't care what you do on your end as far as charges. So if you say, no, I'm gonna Venmo you or Zelle me the money, I tell you what is due us. Some people will pay in advance. I just don't like it to be too far in advance, because when COVID hit, we had hundreds of bookings where people did pay in advance, and it was a bookkeeping nightmare getting everybody back their money, which was done successfully. But I don't think I've recovered from that yet. So typically people pay the driver cash, US dollars, when they arrive. But we are open to, like the group of 15 that are coming, they're going to be paying it in full tomorrow. And they come in on the 26th, because the larger groups, it does make me feel a little more comfortable. I even charge them a deposit. It's the first deposit I've ever asked for, but she wanted to make a deposit. And I said, I appreciate that, because we have a very busy week with you, and we don't want it to cancel, at the last minute because you, I don't know, decided to do something else. So, but I usually don't ask for a deposit. I trust you and you trust me. That's the way I like to work.
Fantastic. So we won't keep you any long, but for those who just came on, good morning, Janet. I'll see you tomorrow, hopefully. We are speaking with Sheila Meyer of the Jamaica Transport Tours, and she does private transfers in Jamaica, does a lot of work in Negril. Sorry, email just came through in Negril, but she does stuff all over Jamaica. Love to work with travel advisors, and pays commission and pays directly to you 24 hours after service. So Jamaica Transport Tours, go follow her on Facebook. info@jamaicatransporttours.com is her email address, and her website is jamaicatransporttours.com. So thank you. And Sheila was the one who sponsored coffee this morning. If you haven't had coffee, if there is still funds on the barcode, it's the barcode has posted, and you can just go to Starbucks and use the barcode to pay for your coffee. Compliments Sheila and Chucky of Jamaica Transport Tours. So if you have any questions, post it now. We're about to log off. If you have any questions for Sheila, I also posted her cell phone number. Go ahead, Sheila. My email is popping.
I would love it if anybody that was on wanted to shoot me an email so we could just be connected and, could go search it in our email if we want, and that would be wonderful. Just that, hey, was on the chat this morning. That's it. That'd be great.
Or you can go send an email to say, thanks for the coffee. This is just call, send Sheila an email and say, thanks for the coffee this morning as well.
Tell me what agency, and I'll go on and like your page.
Nice. That's fantastic.
Yeah. Sometimes, actually, real quick, quite a few times, I'm asked by clients, not travel agents, if I have an agent to refer. And I wasn't doing that because I work with so many that I didn't want to pick and choose. But sometimes, when I have the same travel agent booking, and I know how to work with them and how we work together, I have started, like, they don't ask a lot, but I mean, I'm sure as travel agents, you're happy with one, one is one more than you didn't have.
One makes a difference. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Well, I thank you all. Appreciate it for letting
Well,
me come
thank you
on.
again. Please send Sheila an email. Thank for the coffee. Her email address is info at Jamaica Transport Tours, 2T's, tours.com. And also like her on Facebook, and she will like your page as well. So that's neat.
I will.
Thank you
Yes.
all. If you have any questions about transfers in Jamaica, private transfers in Jamaica, please contact Sheila. And this will be in the this will live in the task group, so you can always go and watch on the replay. And if you're watching on the replay, please go ahead and send Sheila an email, and if any questions you have about private transfers in Jamaica, you could chat with her. So thank you so much. For those of you who are from Boston, I see Janet is here. You are going to the travel show. I also posted a code in there for the discount for the workshops. And if you are going to be in New York next weekend, I will be there. And I'm so excited. I'm the moderator for one of the panels for the Caribbean panel. So if you're in New York, I hope to see you at the travel show next week, and in Boston this weekend. So have a fantastic weekend, everybody. And thank you, Sheila, so much for joining us this
You,
morning
as they
for
say,
our
one love.
one. One love. So if you're in Jamaica, please go ahead and contact Sheila for your private transfers and start building that relationship that we all love when it comes to the travel industry. So thank you all. Thank you, Kendall, Imanis, Angie, Arletta, Shelly, Michael, Christopher, Sue. Thank you all. Diana, thank you. Diana, we must do breakfast sometime when you are in Georgia. I know you live in Georgia, but you don't live in Georgia, if that makes sense. So thank you everyone for joining us this morning for our coffee chat. So see you next week and enjoy that coffee. Bye.
Thank you
Bye,
so much,
Sheila. Thank
everybody.
you.
Have a good day. Bye-bye. Thank you.